everybody, welcome back to our weekly build-up to our camp at home that's happening this weekend. We've got to Wednesday night, so tonight we're just going to cover and go over with you everything we're going to do across the weekend, in case you don't already know. I'm Tom. He's Smithy.
I'm Smithy.
And we're your master of ceremonies for the weekend. So if you've got any questions that we don't cover in this video, leave them in the comment section down below, and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as what we can. So first of all, we're going to look over our camp rules that we've got for the weekend. These are all in your information packs that hopefully by now you've received on email. If you haven't had one, then please let your section leader know and we can get one to you as soon as possible, so you've got it ready for the weekend. Main points to pick out to you from these rules is that we have our badge competition. Phil Spencer, our group chairman, has just picked the winner for that, and that will be revealed on the opening ceremony on Friday night at 7 o'clock. But to gain this badge, you just need to complete at least 2 of the activities from across the weekend for our program that we've put together, and spend at least one of those nights outside of your own bed. This could be in a tent, or if we haven't got a tent, Smithy, what could we use instead?
Well, you could do an indoor camp, so as long as it's out of your bed. Some of the suggestions of making a den from the sofa, the spare room, bathtub, wherever you want, as long as it's out of your bed and your parents approve.
And it's comfortable.
And it's comfortable, yeah.
And so, yeah, if you can spend both nights out, great, but we just require you to at least spend one of those nights to go and gain you back. Second of all, is the main points. This is one I think for all the parents out there, is of course not unfortunately a normal camp like we'd normally do. So everything that happens across the weekend is down to parent supervision and approval. So parents should always know what's going on if they need supervision, especially at those younger ages across beavers and cubs. We've got a lot of cooking going on. Make sure you're always with them. And any people who wish to make a fire, which there are elements to the weekend that you could do, that is on full parental permission and supervision at all times for it.
The other one there, Tom, is all the videos will be live, staying on YouTube, and Facebook. So if they can't do it at the same time, videos are there for them to access whenever they want. I know I have had one parent who said they're going to do it next weekend. That's fine. Go for it when you can.
Yeah. Everything will be there. The information pack will still be valid, and it'll be great to see as many interactions as what we can throughout the weekend and afterwards as well, with all of our different activities we've got on. Third of all, I think, is our other main rule to camp is all to do with Zoom. We're into this digital and virtual world which we're now in. We're going to use Zoom for a few of our activities, so it's always best in these situations to have a parent close by. You can either be at the screen at the same time as them, and for some of the activities you'll need just that, because some are family challenges and activities for you to complete. Otherwise, just always recommend that a parent is on hand to always keep an eye out and check up should anything go wrong as we go across the weekend. We'll guide you through Zoom meetings if you haven't had any already, and we'll give a few tips on that in a minute as well.
Cool. So all the login details for the Zoom meetings are in the information pack. The password and meeting ID will stay the same for all weekend. Please don't share that with anyone that isn't a member. Tom and I will be online in all the Zoom meetings, plus a couple of the other leaders. So we will make sure nobody that shouldn't join is allowed to join, but please be careful. The password is quite specific, just to make sure that we're at the top level of security we can be.
Certainly is. Safety always comes first.
It is.
So anything that you do across the weekend, remember to share with us across our social medias as well. We've got the YouTube group that you can get all the access to the videos on. We've also got Twitter, so you can tag us in any photos on those and using the hashtag #CampAtHome35. Or we've also got Facebook, and that's a closed group, so if you haven't joined it and you are a parent of a group, then you are more than welcome to do that, and we'll get everything across all 3 of those socials.
If you are joining the Facebook group, please make sure you answer the 3 security questions, just so I know that I can admit you straight away rather than having to try and message you. Just to make sure you are a member of the group.
So we'll move on then and look at our programme that we've got planned for the weekend. It's certainly action-packed, I think. We haven't left a lot of time spare in there for you. So we kick things off at 7 o'clock on Friday night for our opening ceremony. It would be great to see photos of you back in your Beaver, Cub or Scout uniform. Your top with your necker on, dust them all off, get them out the back of the cupboard, maybe even iron them if they're that creased up and not been used in a while. But it'd be great to see you all dressed up ready for the event. Our first big event that we've got going on across the weekend is then our scavenger hunt at 8 o'clock on Friday night. So how do we join in with the scavenger hunt, Smithy?
That's going to be done through Zoom, Tom. So from 8 o'clock, about 10 to 8, you'll be online. Log in using the details in the information pack as we've just discussed, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Hopefully all a little bit of fun, and fingers crossed the kids remember to tidy everything up they find afterwards as well. But we'll see where we get to with that one. Finally, to end Friday night, our shortest day, we've got a little story time video brought to you by our Beaver young leaders, Millie and Shuff. So they're going to put you to sleep reading a David Walliams story, and they're going to do the same again on Saturday evening for us as well. So we move on to Saturday then. After your good night's rest, we wake you up with the smell of bacon. Not much things beat that, I don't think.
Don't forget, Tom, hashtag how do you eat yours? Or we want the quirky bacon butties.
Yeah, we want to see how you have yours. Yes, we all have that debate, red or brown sauce, white or brown bread, but do you have something that's different, that stands out? Maybe you have it with avocado. Who knows? Then we've eaten...
Cheese. From Beaver said she'd never had cheese on a bacon butty.
I know. Love a bit of cheese.
Yeah.
Nicely melted. Oh. So we then move on to 10 o'clock where we've got Wake Up and Shake It. So Richard and Ellie return with their weekend workouts to get that blood pumping for you.
Full of enthusiasm.
Oh, completely, I'm sure. And it will get everybody up and about and burn off those few calories ready for the rest of the day, and certainly wake you up if you're partly still asleep. We then have our Pass the Necker challenge. So this is going to relate into our closing ceremony. So we want your help to try to get a necker back to Smithy in time for it. We'll share the details with you for how exactly it is that you can take part, but it'd be great to see as many people as what we can taking part in this. We have, looking like we have also got some UK Scout ambassadors and people from Scouts HQ that are also going to take part in this. So the more we get, the better the video will be. For lunch, Bob's Badges is back, the ever popular series, not only within our group, but also within the district, as admitted by the DC at our AGM. We're creating some toasties this time, so Bob's going to show you how to do it on a fire, but of course we understand fires aren't there for everybody, so you could also do it inside if not, but he'll show you exactly step-by-step guide if you don't know, and the recipe is also always there for reference in your information pack as well. We've then got a very action-packed afternoon for you on the Saturday. We've got 6 activity bases for you to work your way around. See how many you can do. You might not get them all done in the time. Some are a lot quicker than others. But hopefully what we've tried to aim for is a good range of things across that for you all. We'll reveal what each base entails, and then also in some cases the answers to them later on across that day. But hopefully there'll be something in there that does take your fancy on multiple levels. Saturday tea time, we then turn our attention to some pizza. So Chef Tom, myself, is there to show you how to do the hardest level of pizza where we're going to make our own dough. Well, you don't have to do that, don't worry. You can buy a tortilla or a pre-made pizza base and it does the same job. But we're going to have a competition to see who can make the funniest face out of their toppings. Have we got any rules on toppings, Smith, or you just have whatever?
No rules, quirkier the better, and all about looking like a face if we can.
So after tea, we've then got our campfire, and this I think is going to be, in my reckoning, I think one of the highlights of the weekend. We're going to...
Also, Tom, for me and you, the hardest.
yes, from a technology point of view, fingers crossed it works, because if it does, it should be really good for you all. So we're going to try to get you actually sitting around the campfire virtually. We've got a few songs to sing, which are inside of your pack, and we'll run through those before we sing them. And then, of course, the popular option of s'mores. I think when we sent out a bit of a survey to find out what people would want on a virtual weekend, I think it was something like nearly 50% of answers included s'mores. So I think we definitely had to include that one for you all.
Hold that thought, Tom. As prepared today.
So we're going to obviously do it over our campfire, but again, you don't have to have a fire. You could use a simple gas stove, just be careful with it, or even a little tea light as well as the option to toast your marshmallows, or you don't even have to toast them at all, but I do think they're better toasted in my opinion. So then after our story time with our Beaver Young Leaders, again, we've got a separate activity later on at 9 o'clock, which is probably more aimed towards our older kids within the group, that Cubs and Scouts age group range. We've got a glow-in-the-dark disco for you. So we've got half an hour of party tunes where we're going to go and dance along to your favourite party anthem. All you need for it is some glow sticks. Stick them to your body so you look like a stick man. If you wear black clothing, turn the lights off, you won't know that you're there, and all you'll see is this outline that's coming and dancing on. We'll see if it works. The videos that are around that people have done it before, it does look very funny and a great laugh. So hopefully we can make that the case for you all. We can then all take a break as we go to sleep Saturday night after our busy day. Before we get on to Sunday, where Bob's back again in the morning teaching you a camp breakfast, where we're going to make eggy bread, beans and sausage. Eggy bread, I think, is a favourite of just about everybody who's on a camp. It still never quite tastes the same at home though, I don't think. But
if you don't like eggy bread, it's also the same recipe for French toast.
yeah. Or you can just have toast or fried bread if it's something that really...
Yeah, whichever.
So after our fry up, Richard and Ellie are back again with Wake Up and Shake It, before we then get you about and moving even more with an obstacle course. So we're going to set you 5 rules, 5 challenges that you need to include within your obstacle course. It's going to be up to you to design that course to what you like. Completely down to you, but let's see if you have a competition against the rest of your family for who can get round the course the quickest. We've then got lunch, which we've got some frittata cups for you. So again, I'll be back to show you how to make those. The recipe and all the ingredients are in your information pack, and the ingredients for everything that you need for across the weekend are also in the same place. So if you're going out shopping, doing that online delivery, make sure you've read that through properly and you've got everything in ready for the weekend. Sunday afternoon then, our last major activity is the return of our family quiz. We've done 2 of these so far over lockdown. We had the Pickerings that won it the first time around and looked on course to make it 2 out of 2 at the halfway point of the second one, but the Bowcuts knew their biscuits and they rose up to win the second quiz. So let's see who can win our third one there. 10 completely new rounds, 100 new questions. Some bit more obscure and unusual ones as well, I think, along with a little bit slightly harder final round, I think, taking us back to a throwback in some cases.
The black and white photos.
So we then obviously unfortunately then come to the end of our camp at home weekend as we bring things to a close at 4 o'clock on the Sunday with our closing ceremony, which all links back into our Past the Necker video. So hopefully you'll be able to get yourselves involved with that. And our camp IT department will be working overtime to get that video edited and ready to go up on time. In the same way like they will be for the highlights video, we're hoping to try to get all of your photos and videos from across the weekend, from everything that you've shared with us, into one final video to put out to you on Sunday evening to really show what a fantastic time we've all had across the camp. It's been a monumental effort by a lot of the leaders to make this happen. We thought summer camp was a lot of work, but running and trying to organise a virtual weekend is a completely different pool of fish, I think.
And there's me coming up with the idea that we'd, not be live all weekend, and we'll try and make videos for Facebook and YouTube, without realising that actually that was going to take up 2 weeks worth of evenings, 2 weekends, and all to get it ready. Mainly because I don't like being on video. But hey, I hope you all enjoy the weekend. We're certainly looking forward to it, aren't we, Tom?
Yes, and certainly are. It might be the closest thing that we can get to some form of camp for you all this year, unfortunately, in the circumstances. So we plan to try to make it as great as what we can.
For those people who don't do Facebook or Twitter, please use YouTube. The details are all in the videos and the information pack. You feel free to email. We're not forcing anybody. It's just the ease of what we can do and how we can share it using social media.
Yeah, it really would be. It's great to see it and getting as many people involved as what we can do, and we'll make those extra allowances for those that we can try to make efforts with. So if you've got any issues from a technology point of view or social media point of view, do just please let us know, and we'll be able to sort something out to best fit around your needs for that. So I think that's just about it. We've covered everything across the weekend. As you say, your information pack is your one-stop call for everything. It goes through all of the resources in a bit more detail for you across the weekend. You've got a little equipment list at the end of it, so you know that you've got everything in ready, and the same way with the shopping list. And hopefully we'll see you all across the weekend for a little bit of fun and excitement for you all, and I'm sure for a lot of the parents' benefits, it gets the kids off your back for a few hours across the weekend, and we take care of them instead. So
sounds good.
We'll see you tomorrow night for our final build up to camp, and if not, we'll see you ready for the start at 7 o'clock on Friday night. See you then, guys.
See you all then, guys.